I'll find valid in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky.
Hello friends, my name is Dara and welcome back to my channel, or welcome here if you're new. I do reading vlogs, I talk about books, and I talk about writing as well. So if those are things you enjoy as well, I would love if you would subscribe. But yeah, today, well, for the next 2 weeks, I will be reading like a Taurus, and this is just gonna be the end product is what you're seeing. So, okay, I did get this idea from Kayla over at Booksandlala. She read as an Aries, so she went and researched a lot of books that were suggested to her, or suggested for Aries to read. And she was so kind, and she put out information so you could do it yourself. So I took her photo and I looked for some books to see if I would be interested in any of them. And I do have a couple of the ones she suggested as well that I will be trying to read. And also with my own research, I don't know, it's way too bright. I have an entire 9 by 11 sheet of books suggested for Taurus. So I went through, and if you guys don't know, I live on Guam and it's hard to get stuff here, okay? The libraries are limited. The overdrive that we have options to are limited. So in our bookstore, we have one bookstore, and well, 2 technically, but one is all like religion based and stuff, not fictional. So we have one bookstore that I like go find my books at, and they have a lot considering the island, but for stuff like this they don't. So I had to not only look at the list and see what I was interested in reading, but also what I could get my hands on. And I did find actually a lot of books at my local library between this base, the Air Force base, and the Navy base. So I actually have a lot of options. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I am the worst at making decisions. Literally just like the worst. So let me pull this up. So I did a poll on my Instagram to see if some of you would help me, and I did get those answers, which I will put on the screen as I talk about, but I also sent it to my family because they don't like really do stuff like that online. For the fantasy, we are tied between Heartless and Throne of Glass. So I'm gonna open up my family's messages and add those in to see if it sways it. So let's select the fantasy one. Oops, fantasy is A. So they both chose, my aunt and my mom chose Heartless. Let's see what my sister said as well. Okay, so Heartless won by a landslide. Like, it got 5 votes. Reader got 1 vote, and Throne of Glass got 3 votes. I forgot. My friend Maria, my best friend Maria, voted for that one too. But so I'm just gonna pull it aside. We'll talk about the books in a second. And let's see. So for contemporary, we have A Little Life, When Dimple Met Rishi, and Genuine Fraud. And so on Instagram, on the polls, Little Life has none, When Dimple Met Rishi has 3, and Genuine Fraud has 2. But with my family, A Little Life is gonna get 2 votes, 1 from my mom, 1 from my sister, and 1 vote for Genuine Fraud. Oh crap. Okay, so that one is, there's tied, okay? There's a tie between When Dimple Met Rishi and Genuine Fraud. So I know I did this to have like other people pick my books, but I think I'm just gonna step in and do the tiebreaker. And I'll talk about that in a second. So, all right, let's talk books. So I have 2 audiobooks that I have checked out. One is The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, and the other one is Kafka on the Shore by Haruki Murakami. So I love having audiobooks to listen to when I'm busy doing stuff. So those are the 2 audiobooks I'm choosing. They were also on the list of books. I know the Picture of Dorian Gray was on Kayla's recommendations as well. I should probably tell you what these are about, eh? We'll get to that. When I start reading them and give you updates, that's when I will talk about the actual book. So for fantasy, I actually have 2 books. I know this is like crazy, a lot of books. I do understand that, but I'm gonna do it, okay? And if I don't, okay, here's my thinking is this is an experiment to see if the suggested books for Taurus are what me as a Taurus reader actually enjoy. So I do kind of want to have a lot of options in case I hate some of them and just want to DNF them, because I'm going to be honest with you, this book I tried listening to last year just for fun after hearing Reagan at Peru's Project rave about it. I hated it, but it could be just I didn't like the audiobook. So this is one of my books I plan to read or try to read again. It is the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin, and it's a fantasy about a world that keeps ending over and over, and humanity is basically at the brink. Oh yeah, this is the way the world ends for the last time is the tagline. So I do know that there's a lot of natural disasters and wars and murder, and things in the world are just not doing that great. So I'm gonna give it another go. So that's one book. So far we're at 1, 2, 3, 4 books. And so the fantasy book that everyone else chose for me is Heartless by Marissa Meyer. Now this one I have never picked up, even though I love the Lunar Chronicles, which is also written by Marissa Meyer, and her Supernova or the Renegades series. Love that. And see, that was another one where I started listening to the audiobook and I put it away. I like just did not like it. But then I read it like through ebook and I loved it. It's one of my favorite series. So I do believe in giving almost every book a second chance, which is why that one is getting a second chance. But so this one, I do know it has something to do with the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. I think it's supposed to be her story, and maybe why she is the way she is. So I am excited about this one because I know I love her writing, and I don't see why I wouldn't like it, but who knows. And so for the tiebreaker, I'm gonna pick When Dimple Met Rishi, and this one is by Sandhya Menon, and this is a cute little contemporary about Dimple's parents wanting her to marry another, hold on, Indian. I wanted to make sure I was using the right descriptor. Her parents want her to marry another nice Indian boy, and they're trying to do the setting her up, not just setting her up, but like the we pick your husband for you, and she's more interested in her career and like going further as her own person. Rishi wanted to be arranged, believes in the power of tradition, stability, and being part of something much bigger than himself. So Dimple is not interested in being told who to get married to. Rishi doesn't mind. I've got lots to read in the next couple of weeks and listen to. I've got the ebook for when I'm on the go or whatever. So these are the books that I will be talking about and reading. As usual, I'm going to do this spoiler free. I want anyone to be able to watch this without having to worry about me ruining something for you. So this is a long intro, but it's probably going to be a really long vlog because it's going to be like 2 weeks. Yeah, so happy April 1st. It is actually pretty late. It's 6 o'clock when I'm starting this. I'm gonna go do some baking for my friend who is leaving the island, and so I'm gonna listen to one of my audiobooks while I do that, and I have to clean and get packed because we are doing our first staycation. I know we've been here for over 2 years now, but we're finally doing a staycation, so I'm so excited for that. That was another reason I wanted more lighter reads for this weekend and or for this next 2 weeks, because I don't want to sit at the poolside with my kids sobbing into a book. I just don't think that sounds fun right now. So that is the intro. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next check-in. Hello friends, please excuse the mess behind me. My house, my life, it's an actual, what are you talking about? It's an actual mess. Anyways, I just wanted to do a check-in for my day 1. You good? So far, all I've really done is I have listened to 4 chapters of The Picture of Dorian Gray while I was baking and tidying up the kitchen, and then we had to go into the store because Claire needed a new swimsuit. She was outgrowing her other one. So I did just want to give you guys an update so far on what I've read. Oh, you can say hi, it's fine. Okay. I've listened to 4 chapters of The Picture of Dorian Gray, and it's all right. It is a classic. It's very old. I'm finding myself entertained, but other times kind of checked out. So it's only 4 chapters, so hopefully we'll see more of it tomorrow. Right now I'm so tired. I just want to take a shower and lay down, but I have to edit a video for tomorrow, so I'm going to edit and then reward myself with a shower. I don't know if anyone else does that, but I just like the thought of just showering off today and laying down in bed. Hi. It sounds so good. So I'm gonna do that as soon as I finish editing for tomorrow. I might start a physical book tonight, but I might not. It just depends, because yeah, sometimes when I get really tired, I can see you. Oh, it's okay. Sometimes when I get really tired, I just want to like lay in bed and scroll or whatever. So we'll see how I feel after the shower and editing, because editing can sometimes take a lot out of you, but hopefully not tonight, because it's only a 10-minute video, raw footage. So I just wanted to update you. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. But yeah, 4 chapters in on my first day. It's not bad. But yeah, good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hello friends, and happy Friday. It is the happiest Friday in a long time here, because we are at our hotel. We are doing a staycation this weekend on Guam. We got a ocean view room, so I thought it would be fun to give you guys like a little room tour. You know, here is the front door, and there's actually quite a long like entryway. This room is so bougie, and it was not even that expensive. And then you come into the living area. We've got the couch, the little sitting area, TV. Under here is the mini fridge. And of course, the coffee area, which I'm excited about. And they also give you free waters every day, so that's nice. There's a nice big TV. And this. And here is the first bathroom. There's actually 2 bathrooms, which is pretty cool, honestly. And you guys are gonna think I'm so weird, but I'm so excited about this. A bidet, okay? Some people think it's weird. I'm not one of them, okay? I'm excited to use this. Oh my gosh, you can even pick the temperature that touches your butt. Like, how cool is that? Anyways, so yeah, there's that. A little dining area, and of course it wouldn't be a family staycation without the pup. Yeah, Z, good boy. All right, now I'm gonna show you the bedroom before I do the actual view, because the view is to die for. Oh, it's already messy. It's okay. It's okay, Claire, don't worry. Yeah, it'll only take 2 minutes. Here's the bedroom. It comes with, of course, a TV. Oh, hello. And it actually comes with a desk, which is kind of nice because I need to do some words this weekend. There's 2 beds. They are full, I think, which is smaller than we're used to, but we might just make Buddy sleep with Claire instead of in our bedroom. But here is the bathroom, and I don't actually know what this room is for. Like, I don't get it, but that's cool. And here's the double sink vanity, and they gave us so much stuff, like a sewing kit like 4 toothbrushes. What even, towelettes? A shoe mitt, are you serious? I don't even know what this is. But anyways, so of course there is another toilet with a phone in case you need to make some phone calls. But this is so good, I cannot wait. Actually, I might go get some bubble bath or something because, oh my gosh, you guys. I know you can't tell in the video, but it's deep, and next to it is a waterfall shower. I'm the type of person who likes to take a bath and then stand up and shower because you're just like floating in your own germs. So instead, I can just take a bath and literally hop out over here and take a shower. It's so cool. So now, I got some peekers. Now I'm gonna show you guys the balcony view, which is the best part of the whole entire stay. I'm gonna actually do it on the balcony. There it is. Oh my gosh, this is Guam. And it is just breathtaking up here. I should have showed you that balcony because that's ours too. But look out there, you guys. And today it's been like rainy and gloomy, but it truly just looks, oh, well, hello. Oh, well, hello. So, yeah. These are, no. So these are both our balconies. And, but look at how beautiful the rain looks over the water. I love you. And if you look out there, you can see the rip currents. I just noticed my lens is dirty, but it's so beautiful. Look at those clouds over the ocean. Oh my God. It just really makes me realize how lucky I am to live here. Sometimes you just need to be reminded of that, but hi. There's our bed. So this is the view from our bed, isn't it? No, I'm coming back in. Goosey. Yeah, so this is my spot. I claimed it. They don't know that yet, but I claimed it, so that's what I'll get to see when I look out the window. Pack the necessities. Andrew thinks it's too much, but that's fine. I'm gonna start one of these. I'm gonna let the kids pick which one I start. Which book should I start? Point to it.
I voted that one. I vote that one.
Oh gosh. Andrew, which one do you think?
Heartless.
Heartless? Oh, Claire, you lost. So I'm gonna start Heartless tonight. In our hotel with this view.
Yeah, because it's...
Hello friends, and happy Saturday. It is actually almost noon on Saturday. I did not get a lot of sleep last night. Honestly, it was because I was on a bed with Kai and Andrew and the dog, and the dog doesn't usually sleep with us. So, Azzy. So not only was I like paranoid that he would get up and like go do something naughty in the middle of the night, which he didn't, but I also just didn't sleep very well because he wouldn't pick a spot. He kept moving a lot. I'm like, dude, chill. So yeah, I'm a little tired today, but it's fine because I've got coffee coming up. I thought I would just do my quick reading update. Last night I ended up reading to page 102, and it is just such a great book so far. Honestly, I love Catherine, the main character. She is like so bright and like spunky, and I just picture her as something like bright in such a dark world. And it's also fun because a lot of these characters are from Alice in Wonderland, because Catherine is, I think, gonna be the Queen of Hearts, and this is like her story coming to the Queen of Hearts, who you guys know is kind of villainous and not a good character. Silly puppy. In Alice in Wonderland. But so far I really love her character, and I hate the thought of her changing, but it seems inevitable because we all know how the Queen of Hearts is. But so we are waiting on lunch to get here. So while we wait, I'm actually going to watch Irish Reader's newest vlog. It just went up a little bit ago, and then I'll be reading a little bit more while we eat. Claire thinks she's funny. We are gonna go swimming after lunch, the kids and I, because we cannot leave this dog alone. All he does is whine. He whines when I'm not near him, and so it should be really fun for Andrew.
And he's also been acting like that very often like since we came to this place.
Yeah, he's just confused because he hasn't left the house in like 3 years now. We used to travel a lot with him in the States, but obviously we don't know. But anyway, so that is my update. I'm gonna watch a vlog, then read and swim, and then read, and it's gonna be a fun day. So
don't forget to eat.
Yeah, we have to eat lunch.
Also, if you were watching this, I know you're not drinking your water.
Drink your water.
Drink your water.
Okay. All right, but that is it for the update, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hello friends, and oh yeah, okay. Hello friends, and welcome back to another update. It's actually been a few days since you last saw me. We were at the hotel for our staycation. It was beautiful. I have done quite a bit of reading since then, and I have completed one book and started a new one. So I definitely wanted to go ahead and do an update and let you guys know how I'm feeling about these books. So last night I finished up The Picture of Dorian Gray, which I don't think I even mentioned starting. Or yes, I did. Yeah, I did. And I ended up giving this book 3 stars. 3 out of 5. The story was good. I did enjoy it, but there were definitely moments where I was bored out of my mind. I was just over it. And I think it's because, you know, it's a classic. It was written a long time ago. It's an old book. And, you know, people just wrote differently back then. They did very wordy books, and I'm not a classics kind of girl. I wish I was, but I'm just not. So the plot line I did enjoy most of the time, and it did bring up an interesting sort of thought process. Like, I think the point of the book is to remind you not to be so conceited, or, you know, don't worry about just looks, and, you know, focus on being a good human being, which I think is, of course, a very good message to hear at any point in your life. So I can really appreciate the message it sent, and I can really appreciate the old school, very traditional word choice. They just used to use some words that I love and I wish we used nowadays, but we just don't. Overall, it was a good book. It was just like middle of the road. I'll never read it again, but I don't regret reading it. 3 out of 5 stars for that. Now, as for Heartless by Marissa Meyer, you guys know I started this at the hotel, and you'd think I'd be farther along, but I'm only on page 200. We've just been really busy since we got back, cleaning, homeschooling, you know, like the usual stuff. And look, I finally updated my calendar. It was still on February, so I did that and I'm proud. But I'm still enjoying this book, and I think tonight I'm going to sit down and really focus on this book because I've been playing too much Roblox. Yes, I play Roblox sometimes with my kids, but also alone. There's one game on there I love. It just gives you quests, and it's just fun. It's a cute little game, so I've been spending too much time on that. Oops, at night. So I'm gonna take a break from that game for a few days and really focus on reading this book and finishing it up. I'm still enjoying it a lot. It's feeling predictable. I will see how it progresses, of course, but as of right now, I do have a theory about how it's going to end. But we also all kind of know how the Queen of Hearts is in Alice in Wonderland, right? She's a bit of a monster. I mean, she's not a very nice lady, which is sad. I have a feeling it's going to really affect my rating of this book because I love Catherine, who becomes the Queen of Hearts later. I love her in this book. She is very kind-hearted and full of like just happy spirits, and I wish that she could be happy and be with the person she wants to be with, but as of right now it is not possible for her. So I just have a feeling where it's gonna go, but there could be a huge twist. I have no idea. So that is my update on that. I'm gonna try to wrap that up soon. But I also started another book that was I found on a website suggested for Taurus readers, and it was Kafka on the Shore by Haruki Morocco. Sorry, I was reading it because I really wanted to try to not butcher that. So I literally just started it today on audio. I got it from overdrive, and I'm already almost 3 hours into it because I've been cleaning and baking, and I'm really enjoying it. It is, honestly, I think Kayla from Booksandlala would enjoy this because it is weird, but like not in a bad way. It's really interesting. So we're following this 15-year-old who runs away from home, but there's a subplot completely separate, or it's separate for now. They might entwine later, I'm not sure, but about to storm. It might entwine later, I'm not sure, but so we're following this 15-year-old who runs away from home, and he's living in another place, and he is always talking to this kid, or this black crow. I can't tell if it's in his head or something. Wait, I just realized something. So the subplot is there's this guy who says he's dumb. Like, there was an accident in Japan. This book takes place in Japan. I'm doing a terrible job of explaining it. So this book takes place in Japan, okay? And back in 1944, which is crazy because that's the timeline for the book I'm writing, right? World War II. The schoolyard, these kids in this classroom were out hunting mushrooms, and they saw what looked like a plane or something way up in the sky, so they assumed it had to be the Americans. And then all of a sudden, all 16 kids dropped. They just dropped to the ground, not dead, but not conscious, with their eyes still open. So they were like looking around while not responsive at all. So it's interesting that this happened, and then they also introduced us to another guy who can talk to cats. And by the way, the cat character that we were introduced to, I don't think we'll see him ever again. He was just like a one and done kind of chapter guy, but he was so funny. I loved him. But he can talk to cats, and he said there was an accident at school that left him in a fever for 3 days, and then he woke up all of a sudden, he was like dumb, is what they call him. He couldn't remember anything. And yeah, I think there might be a correlation between being able to talk to animals and this weird accident. So it's very interesting. Honestly, I'm kind of enthralled in it right now, and it's cool because I'm gonna go do some cleaning just so I have an excuse to keep listening to this book. I'm gonna dust the living room, maybe do some laundry. I don't know. I'm gonna like find stuff to do because I want to keep reading this book. Hello friends, editing Dara here. So I've already edited this video once. I'm kind of just going through and doing I like to watch my videos one more time. So I'm just doing that and making sure I didn't miss anything. But interestingly enough, I need to add a little bit because this video does take place over 3 weeks. So I don't always remember if I've said something or not. However, one of the clips that I really enjoyed has gone missing, and in it was really fun, and we are just scrolling through Pinterest talking about the Taurus stuff, and well, the zodiac stuff, because I do include other zodiacs in this, but also it was a segue into a fun craft I did for my Taurus stuff. So I am basically just kind of recreating it now, but you know, so you guys can hear it as well. Of course, now I've got here we go. So I was researching for this video, of course, and I was like looking at all these fun things, and so I've got on my Pinterest board, luckily I saved it all, but anyway, so I found one that says the signs as YA book crowns, which is totally fitting for, of course, this book. So for Taurus, we are Taurus Ash Princess, which I have not read. So it's cute though. I mean, I'm not mad about it. I loved seeing this one too pop up. It says signs as Taylor Swift albums. So you guys know I love Taylor Swift. Okay, I love her so much. And so for Taurus, we share the same album with Pisces, which is fine, whatever. And that is Red, which up until Folklore was my favorite Taylor Swift album, so it makes sense. Yeah, I sat and scrolled and looked at like coffee drinks and stuff like that. So for Starbucks drinks for Taurus, we are supposed to be a vanilla bean frappuccino, and you will see I do get a vanilla drink coming up in a little bit, and try it out. So, you know, I just looked through some of this and I kind of like talked about it, and yeah, but it's gone. So that was me kind of recreating it a little bit, but I also decided to do a fun Taurus craft, which I am going to put on the screen. Yeah, it was cute. It turned out okay. A little janky, a little childish, because I'm not the best artist, okay? But anyway, so the next clip you'll see is me still talking more about my Pinterest scrolling, and yeah, so enjoy. Okay, so back to scrolling, because I don't understand. Ooh, we could go buy chocolate bars. That's fun. Okay, so I'm gonna put it on the screen what everyone's chocolate bar is for. Ooh, we could get, look, I could just be a fat ass this weekend and just order stuff. Okay, so all right, this is cool. I'm here for it. Let's see, mine is of course McDonald's, of course. Like, oh, they want me to wear booty shorts. Yikes. I saw one for like dressing up, you know, like outfits and stuff. So okay, so I had to turn off my camera because it was just endlessly me scrolling, and I had to stop screen recording because you're gonna run out of space. But I did find this really fun one that is the signs as a bookish crime, and mine is has to read the book first for Taurus. I'll put it on the screen too so you can see it, but it's true. So I can't find anything like specifically food wise. However, I found the signs as cookies, so I will also put that on the screen. And to be honest, I will just link my Taurus zodiac Pinterest board down in the description. That way, in case you're a Taurus as well, you can look at some of the fun things I found. But the cookie for Taurus is a snickerdoodle. So tonight I'm gonna make snickerdoodles for fun. Hello and happy Saturday. So the McDonald's drink didn't work out this morning. I went to Infusion, which is a local like coffee shop place, and I got a drink there. They also cannot do an iced cappuccino. Okay, whatever. So I just got vanilla iced coffee with heavy cream, so it's like the creamy. But yeah, so I thought we could try it. Very, very strong coffee, but really good vanilla flavor. So I guess I agree with the Taurus drinking the vanilla cappuccino sort of drink. Look, we just do what we can here on Guam. But I also have this color, which was suggested for Taurus. Yes, I'm gonna paint this, but it'll be much later. I need to clean carpets, and you can't really do that with wet fingernails. So yeah, today's plans are just, I'm gonna sit and read for a while, and then after dinner I'm going to clean the upholstery on our chairs, you know, once we're done eating, so no one has to sit on them, and the carpet underneath the table. So that's what I'll do tonight while I listen to more audiobook. But until then, I'm going to probably try to finish Heartless, and yeah, I will have a reading check-in update for you guys in just a little bit.
Mom?
Hello everyone. Sorry for the backlight, but you know, just is what it is. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. It is currently Monday at almost 4 o'clock. Let's see, what do I have? Oh, I finished Heartless by Marissa Meyer last night, and I'm gonna be honest, I actually really enjoyed it. I think I am going to give it a 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. It was heartbreaking, but I just really liked it. It's not as good as Marissa Meyer's Cinder or Lunar Chronicles series, but it's also based off of a child's fairy tale, basically Alice in Wonderland, so it makes more sense that it felt a little more juvenile. But I did definitely enjoy it, to give it 4 out of 5 stars. and I started When Dimple Met Rishi last night, and I'm only like 2 chapters in, so I don't really have a lot to say about it, but it's okay. Like, I'm gonna continue reading it. Like, nothing has like bothered me about it so far. Ooh, and I almost dropped you. So what else am I reading? Oh yeah, I am still listening to Kafka on the Shore, and it's good. Right now though, it's sitting at 3 stars because there are some moments in it where I'm just like, no, this is not okay, or kind of normal. But it's so weird because like other parts of the story I am loving. Like, there's sort of this almost supernatural or otherworldly element to the story, and it's interesting. It is weird. That's what I would describe it as, is weird. So I'm enjoying that. So as of right now, I am reading Kafka on the Shore and When Dimple Met Rishi, and I will be starting the 5th season hopefully tomorrow. But I will update you guys some more in just a little bit. Hello friends, it is me a few days later. I haven't vlogged for this video in, like I just said, a few days. I've just been really busy. Been trying to super clean my house. I'm like in the spring cleaning mode, so it doesn't happen very often. I mean, like, I tidy my house stuff, but I like emptied my junk drawers and I'm currently organizing them. Like, and when this comes, you gotta just roll with it. However, I have been listening to the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin while I've been doing all this cleaning, so I don't think I talked about this in my last update because I just started this. So this was also on Read Like a Taurus, the 5th season, N.K. Jemisin. And if I'm being honest, this is the second time I have tried starting this book. The first time, I don't know, I just DNF'd it after less than 100 pages, right? It just wasn't for me, or that's what I thought. So I decided to go ahead and give this another try because it could be just like Brandon Sanderson, where I tried a couple of his books and they were like, okay. I did finish his, but so I was like, all right, just give it a second try. It's for the video, and you never know, okay? Everyone deserves a second chance, right? Most everyone. Books do. Books have done nothing to us. So and now I am happy to report, this isn't my exact page because I am listening to it, but I did just start chapter 10 earlier, so I'm around the 170 page mark. And I'm really enjoying it this time, a lot more than I did last time. I'm absolutely flying through this. This has been 2 days and I'm almost, well, I'm definitely a third of the way through. I'm almost halfway through, honestly.
Hello YouTubers! This is Andrew, wife of Honey. Got my first shot today.
He got his first COVID vaccine.
I'm joking.
Oh, I'm leaving it in.
No.
You shouldn't have said anything. Anyways, this book is about the end of the world, and that happens like over and over. Basically, there are what's called sheikhs, and there are certain people who can control them, but if they aren't in control of themselves or aren't trained, they can like cause these earthquakes that are wild. And I mean, it's like way more in depth than all of that, but obviously I don't want to spoil this for anyone because I definitely recommend, if you like fantasy, to read this. It is so good. I'm really loving it. So I'm really glad that I gave this a second try. Yeah, what else am I reading? Oh yeah, Katsu on the Shore. I love the writing style of this novel, and the narrator, I'm listening to that as audio as well. The narrator is wonderful. Honestly, I do really enjoy listening to this book, but it's going downhill for me. There's just something about incestual notions that I don't know. I can't get into it. Even if it's just implied, or like this boy's father said, you know, when you're older, you're going to want to sleep with your mother and your sister or something. Like, I don't know. It grosses me out. But I'm gonna finish it because I don't have that much time left on it. I'm about to sit down and write, but then I do plan to listen to my book a little bit more tonight, so I will probably update you tomorrow. So I will see you in the morning. Hello. Editing Dara / ending the vlog Dara. I never ended the vlog even though I finished these books last week. You know, life is just a little crazy, but I have my little notes sitting here, and honestly I just want to wrap this up and give you guys my final thoughts on the books that I read. And yeah, so I'm gonna go in order from books I enjoyed the least to books I enjoyed the most. So the first one I only touched on a tiny bit, and that was When Dimple Met Rishi, and I actually ended up DNFing that book. I won't say it's a bad book or anything, and I probably will give it another try eventually, especially considering a book in this video was a second chance book. And yeah, I just don't know. Maybe I wasn't in the mood for it, but I was not invested. Every time I went to listen to it or pick it up, I tried reading it physically and listening to it. I just found better things to do. Like, I just didn't feel like it. Whereas with a couple of the other books, yes, sometimes I didn't feel like reading, but 9 out of 10 times I would be drawn back to it because the story was that good. So When Dimple Met Rishi was a no for me. And then the next book was Kafka on the Shore. Yeah. I had to like force myself to listen to the last hour of that book because I was done. And I've mentioned this before, I don't like to force myself to read. I don't think it's productive or good in any way, shape, or form. But I'd already invested like 16 hours into this book, and I felt obligated at that point. And there's just no way I wanted to DNF after putting so much time into it. So I was like, yeah, it's fine, listen to the last hour. I gave that one 2 out of 5 stars. I also just talked about this in my last clip, but I don't like incest. I don't. And I know that this kind of, it could be like controversial only for the sense that this is from a different culture, a different country. It's translated into English, so things could be different, but it doesn't matter. Like me, my growing up, my everything, I don't enjoy reading about that, and it just is one thing that really bothers me. So that book got 2 out of 5 stars. And then the next book was The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, and that one I gave 3 out of 5 stars. It's a classic, and I don't usually like classics that much, but it was okay. I did enjoy the overall theme, which what I took from it was, you know, looks are not as important as the person you are. And I think this book really showcases it in an interesting way. And I would say most of the time I was really enjoying the storyline, and I love like the language and kind of the lifestyle from back in the 1800s and early 1900s. But a lot of the books that were written at that time, I'm not a fan of. I like more currently written books that are taking place back there. So I know it's a little weird, but I did still overall think the book was okay. So I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, which is just like middle of the road, like cool. The next 2 books I finished, Heartless by Marissa Meyer and The 5th Season by N.K. Jemisin, were both 4 stars. I enjoyed them both thoroughly. And actually I enjoyed The 5th Season so much that I went and picked out the next 2 books in the series, which I will be starting very soon, just because I'm really excited to read them and be more immersed in that world. And Heartless is a standalone, but I did enjoy it super. I enjoyed it a lot. So overall, I don't know. I think at the end of the day, of course, it just comes down to your reading tastes. I could have told you these results would happen just knowing what I like to read, except for When Dimple Met Rishi. I expected that to be a 5 stars and I expected to enjoy it. But yeah, like I said, the only reason I didn't is just because I went from like super high fantasy to try to go into that, and I think it just didn't work out for me right now. However, I do think when I give it a second chance, it will be fine. But I already know I don't like classics that much. And Kafka on the Shore I was excited about. I really thought I was gonna like it too, but I didn't. But I had a feeling I would like Heartless, and I hoped I would like the 5th season. So like I said, I think this just boils down to your reading preferences. However, I really did enjoy this reading experience, whatever. And like, I'm gonna have all those links down below for you to research. Maybe you want to pick out some books for your reading Zodiac challenge too. Yeah, it is definitely a fun thing, and I did get some good books out of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this really long video. It was a lot of fun to do and to read and to show you guys, and yeah, it was long, but it was fun for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and happy Taurus season. Bye.
When your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound, I'll find validity.